being afraid of mistakenly drinking alcohol is one of those things that it's a niggling thing at the beginning that I suppose almost everyone thinks about at some stage in the beginning. And it's almost impossible to not get through life without having some form of alcohol in your body. There's the obvious stuff. There's alcohol, small amounts of alcohol in a lot of products. Let's say mouthwash, or definitely alcohol-free beer has got a small amount of alcohol. If I see alcohol in a product, I won't drink it. If it's there on the label, if it's something that I buy, if it's something that I buy in the store and there's alcohol in the food, then I just won't buy that product. There's certain foods that have got it in it. There's certain dishes that have it in the sauce, that kind of thing. I won't do it. I won't put alcohol into a sauce that I make. At the same time, if I'm at somebody's house and they say, yeah, I've got this sherry trifle and there's a bit of sherry in it, I know the amount of sherry in it is minuscule. I know if my sister cooks something and there's a little bit of wine in it, most of the wine has been burnt off. So there's no problem with that for me. Having said that, it's a personal issue. It's a personal thing. If you don't want to drink that and you know there's alcohol in something, then don't do it. So when it comes to alcohol or any amount of alcohol, you've got to look at what the real issue here is, right? Our problem is not drinking tiny amounts of alcohol. That's not the issue. If that was the problem, we would have no problem. There's plenty of people in the world who just drink small amounts of alcohol and that's all they drink. There's enough. They don't get into habits of it. They don't get into problems because of it, and no issue, right? The problem is in our behavior. It's how we drink, right? It doesn't matter how anyone else drinks in the world. It's how we drink. In the 21st century, we're talking about a lot of people go out to drink and to get drunk, right? There's so much involved with alcohol. There's so many of our life's best times that are involved in alcohol, in poisoning ourselves, when you bring it down to the reality of things, in deliberately poison ourselves to such a degree. Every time you get up with a hangover, that is telling you so much about what you're doing to yourself. And we ignore it. We take it as part of the process. Oh, it's just this is the pain that we have to go through in order for the pleasure. No, that pain is telling you something about your body and what your body is going through. These beliefs in the 21st century that putting a toxin into our body for pleasure is something that we should be doing. I don't know. So I think at the end of the day, what we're doing here is we're caught up in the wrong focus, right? We're focusing on this minuscule thing, whether or not we're having small amounts of alcohol in our body or not. Instead, we should be focusing on the behavior, and in particular, the behavior that diminishes your invaluable, your priceless, your irreplaceable time or energy. This is bad. Anything that expands or grows or increases or develops your time is good. Anything that increases your energy is good. So this is what you should be focusing on. Your energy is on improving your life. And this is one of the things about alcohol that it wasn't doing. It was taken away from your life. It was taken away from your time. It was taken away from your energy. And this was the behavior that we don't want anymore. It's not the small amounts of alcohol. I'm not telling you to drink. I wouldn't drink now. Like I said, I avoid alcohol at all costs. But if there's tiny little amounts of alcohol, it's the intention that matters. So that fear of inadvertently drinking, it's illogical, right? It's not something that we should be taking notice of. Obviously, if there's stuff that if you see alcohol in something and it's not something that's important, my sister is important to me, so when I go to her house and she says, I've made a cake but there's brandy in it, but yeah, I'm going to eat it because it's my sister and I love my sister, and it doesn't make any difference that if I think there's going to be a small fraction bit of alcohol in the alcohol-free beer that I drink, then so be it. You get some of this alcohol in your system just through the digestive processes alone, that digestion that your body goes through, but your liver is well capable of handling that. Your liver is capable of handling those small amounts. That's not the point. The point is that we're getting sober because we don't want to live our lives in a fog anymore. We don't want to live our lives where we're risking our health, we're risking our relationships, we're risking everything just because we want to get out of it and have that instant gratification buzz, to not have to think about things, or because we've been locked into this way of thinking about alcohol that it's something that we should be doing. This is the alcohol companies that are doing that. They've brilliant marketing experts that are really good at convincing you that their product is a good fit for your life and that you cannot have fun, you cannot celebrate, you cannot socialize without their stuff. There's a lot of people who are just not convinced that alcohol is a bad drug. Now, from all the research that I've read, alcohol is the worst drug. Now, here's a video you can watch that will explain that. Take care, onwards and upwards. Bye now.